Shrock, you should read the book The Pigeon Rides the Bus. Changed my goddamn life. Now, I also don't know this book, but it sounds like you're making a joke here. Pigeon Rides the Bus.
Pictures by Mo Willems. I'm the bus driver. Listen, I've got to leave for a little while.
It's just so relevant.
Thanks.
Can I tell you guys? Okay. We'll get into this book, which sounds fascinating. I read an article today that was called The Elite College Students Who Can't Read Books. They interviewed a bunch of teachers at like like Yale and like top end universities. And they're like, students are coming to college at elite universities and they've never read one full book in their whole life. Not one complete book in their entire life. And by the way, you know, my first instinct on something like this is to be like, every generation has at some point discovered that students does not read as well as they would like. Every new generation is like, oh, this generation is dumb. But the teachers respond to this directly and they go, hey, look, I've been teaching for 20, 30 years. There is something different after COVID. Like, they're like, I understand that. I get it. I wouldn't normally say it. I'm saying it now. The kids don't read. And it's not like everyone was a reading lover back in the day. Reading was pretty boring in school, but it was assigned. But now that kids don't want to do it to such a level that they're not even assigning full books in grade school, middle school, high school anymore. They're just not doing it because they know the kids won't read it. So now they do poems. They do poetry and they do like short stories and they do like the SAT style test where they give you an excerpt, but they're not doing full books anymore. So it's getting wild. Dude, you could not waterboard this out of me. One time I took a shit at school and there wasn't any toilet paper, so I used pages from a book I was supposed to read. That is disgusting. And nobody asked. That's the crazy part, is nobody asked. Hey, Big A, did you know that in parkour civilization, it's better to be safe and do the one block? You know what? I talked about this with Stans today while I played League of Legends with him. Stans rambled to me about Minecraft parkour civilization. If you are as unaware as I was, this is a 25 million view, 2-hour long Minecraft video on YouTube that has swept the nation. It is the reason, in my mind, why we have articles like this one, where kids go to college and can't read books. I think there's a deep tie-in. I actually think these are the same thing because it has become a legit commercial success. I mean, this video across YouTube and TikTok probably got 50.
Let's go. Open up.
Across shorts, even more. Probably 100 million views across shorts, TikTok, YouTube. This is bigger than like many Hollywood releases. Considerably. That's absurd. It's crazy. And my understanding is that it is basically I haven't seen it, so let me not judge too harshly. Let's not. But it's essentially like a young adult novel, you know, Hunger Games or Divergent type beat, but made entirely in Minecraft with him and his friends as the actors. And that shit is outperforming Hollywood studios. It's crazy. We're in such a world that the old guard is not going to be able to understand. And that is exciting. That is interesting, but also a little bit spooky because, as I mentioned, people are losing the ability to read. And what was crazy, one quote that really stuck out to me in that article was like, listen, it's not that these kids don't know words, right? If I put a paragraph in front of them, they can read it. But the second it starts getting to like 1 page or 2 pages, their eyes glaze over and they're incapable of actually like retaining anything. They cannot retain the information. Like, they can read it. If you go word by word, they're not like unable to read. It's just they cannot retain a longer form piece of text. And that's the interesting part. Which is why, as president, I am proposing we replace school reading with school watching of Minecraft parkour civilization. Every day, a full watch through with all the students and a discussion about the different relevant themes. My mom is a retired English teacher and current tutor. She says COVID kids are somehow dumber than her own. Not sure what she meant by that. It's a funny statement. You are also the guy who said you wiped your ass with the book. Maybe not true. Maybe you are the dumber one. Just saw Kai in a commercial. Did you I'm not trying to knock you, but do you think that's how commercial is spelled? Is it honestly how you think commercial is spelled for real? Or are you just kind of like in a rush? Do you think they're in the same room actually? I haven't seen the commercial, but possibly. I mean, does it look like a green screen or not? Whether they are or not, it's obviously a huge deal for him. Dude, it's all part of this same massive internet young people culture shift where it's like Kai Cenat is up there with the biggest celebrities and it engages the Gen Z and Gen Alpha audience in a ways that no one else can. And this movie, Minecraft Parkour Civilization, is doing better than like half of the Hollywood releases this year. More than half, probably. Like, this is such a turning, like, this is actually important. It sounds crazy. I haven't even watched it yet. Just the fact that this exists and gets the viewership it's getting is crazy because it really is just a 2-hour fan fiction movie. It's like it is just what Hollywood might make, but they don't understand that you have to put it in Minecraft for people to watch it. Do you think it'll get, no, it won't. It won't. Minecraft movie will do better, almost assuredly, but understand it like it's the same thing they're trying to hit. Wouldn't Hollywood movies also get benefit from clips, like you said? I've talked about this. They do. That's why Hollywood studios used to fight the idea of having their show be clipped up on TikTok. Now they lean into it. Now the official Netflix account posts full episodes in clips on TikTok because they know that if you watch one of those clips and you're like, oh, this looks interesting, suddenly you're binging the series. It worked with House. It works with everything. They're leaning into it. I mean, the smart ones are. Netflix is the smart one. Other ones are still shutting it down. Got me to finally watch Breaking Bad. Yeah, exactly. TikTok has become what radio used to be, but not just for music, it's for everything. There's just a certain subset of people who get all of their opinions, news, music, movies through TikTok, through it all comes through the algorithmic feed and then ends up being it's the everything app in terms of like influence. I feel like I've watched the entirety of Breaking Bad fully through clips. I promise you haven't, and that's a crazy take. Crazy take because that means you watch them all out of order randomly with no cohesion. That is not, I believe it was Vince Gilligan, the director, who said the ideal way to watch my masterwork is through random 30-second clips of different parts of the episodes. Non-linear storytelling, yes. Vertical only, on the phone, while taking a shit, he said. He said specifically while taking a shit or ignoring a teacher in class. That's what he said. Bravo, Vince. Bravo, you've done it again. You're a pioneer, my king. Hey, Shrek, did you know that if someone got approved for Biden's STAVE student loan repayment plan, that they might not have to start making payments on loans until like late 2025? I don't know if that messes with your loan default. These are already factored in. I factored it in. It's just a smaller percentage of people. The majority of, it's been 2 days actually, right? It's been 2 days since the 30th. The majority of student loan defaulted payers will start reported to credit agencies now this week, but it won't hit the data. It won't hit like public data for a month or a quarter. We won't know the default rates or anything for a little while, until probably after the election. Hey Truck, honest take. What the will happen if I don't pay my student loans for a while? What will happen if you don't pay them is that it will hurt your credit. Student loans are also non-dischargeable in bankruptcy. However, here's the thing, enough people aren't doing it that theoretically it could become such a problem that they all get forgiven. There's a non-zero chance that somehow they find a way to force it through. But so far it's all been blocked. It's been blocked. So I don't know. And if Trump wins, I would say your chances are zilch, bro. Zilch. That's my estimate based on knowledge right now. As Australia is, student loans here are so good. Interest free from the government, only goes up through indexation, only start paying once you start earning over 50K. Take it out of your tax return. Yeah, sounds pretty cool. The problem with Australia entirely stems from housing. The entire thing, top to bottom. Housing is the core. I'm sure they have plenty of good things. The deep rot of Australia is his housing, and it affects the government, it affects everything. I looked at the Canada Reddit today and I got sad. I have a similar experience when I read about some of this stuff, but I have a weird, sick obsession with learning more about it. I don't know what it is. Like half my brain goes, this is sad. Half my brain goes, I gotta learn more. And I start deep diving. Hey, Truck, really into your videos, trying to get into more than just that. Are you hitting on me? Like, oh, my pants? Relax. Ease back up. Ease back. The videos is fine. Stick to the videos. Do you have a reading list you recommend? I think someone made a book club or like a website. It's called like Big A Book Club. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but you can find it. And it's got little clips of all the books I've shown or recommended on stream. Check it out. Also, there's a Marketing Monday Discord. I don't talk about it very much, but it's awesome. We have a Marketing Monday Discord. It's like very well run. It's a much smaller community, focused, talks about interesting topics. I go in there for wins and fails ideas, plenty of time. So if you ever want to join that, pop it on in.